All right, welcome to National Chumps Season 2, Episode 3. Something we're going to try a little different this year, the midweek episode, especially for college football. It works really well. We can wait to kind of see injuries and who got injured the previous week to make our decision about who's going to play this week and which games we're going to pick. Generally, for the most part, we're going to pick between 4 to 6 games. This week, loser has to do what?
They have to eat sushi from King Supers.
Oh,
I'm really hoping it's not me again.
I hate sushi, so I really...
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like sushi either.
I hate it. Can't stand it.
I like sushi. It's just
All right, if
I
you
would
lose,
never.
then
I
you don't get to
wouldn't-
pick sushi.
Okay, that's fair enough. But I would never get sushi from King Supers.
Okay.
Especially in Colorado.
Yeah.
Valid. Yeah.
That fish
Also
ain't very
true.
fresh out here.
No.
No.
All right, so we have some lines that we are going to be going over. Obviously, we're going to talk about the big games like Texas and Ohio State and LSU and Clemson. However, there are some other games that are within 3 or 4 points in the spread that you might be able to take advantage of and will be good games to watch. We like to talk about the close games because close games are typically a little bit more fun to watch.
They are.
They're also more fun to bet on.
So we are going to lead off with Georgia Tech at -3.5 at Folsom Field in Colorado. The line right now is 3.5. The over/under is 54.5.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a team that we like a little bit more than the other here?
Haynes King is a dog. Give me the Ramblin' Wreck and the Yellow Jackets -3.5, -196. Put them both on the money line. How about y'all?
Rev, what are you going with here?
I I kind of agree. I think Georgia Tech is going to win this game, especially since CU is going to be kind of coming off of what I believe is their best roster in a long time and going to a different roster that's not nearly as talented, not nearly as talked about, and a lot of people aren't as excited about CU football as they have been the last few seasons. And I think it's going to be kind of a wake-up call to Colorado to say, hey, you're just not that good, Prime. So I will be taking the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets at -3.5, but I do like the over in this game.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page here. I think I was gonna go Georgia Tech too. I don't want to just be devil's advocate and go CU.
It doesn't work out.
It does not work out.
Does not
We
work
learned
out.
that last week. So I think we can all agree we like Georgia Tech, especially at the -3.5.
Yeah, I mean, one of the
I
biggest
think they're going
issues.
to clear that by a lot.
Yeah, this could be like the alt teaser where you tease them to like -10.5, 9.5.
Yeah.
One of the things that Colorado has struggled with in recent years is the run game. Georgia Tech can stop the run, and they can run the football. Haynes King is really good with his legs. He's really good with his arm. He almost single-handedly beat Georgia last year. He's healthier now than he has ever. You got to remember he's been the starting quarterback for an SEC team at one point. Now he's almost pulled Georgia Tech even in the ACC. I don't think that Colorado has the pieces that Georgia Tech has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. And this game is also being played on Friday, so make sure you tune into that game on Friday. It's kind of looking like it's going to be the best game of that day. The Auburn-Baylor game might also be worth watching, so you'll have both of those on at 6, so put on that multi-view between Fox and ESPN and just have a great Friday night watching some football.
Oh, yeah.
On another note, if you can help us out, we are trying to get some media passes to go watch this game and go cover it at the stadium. See if we can't, maybe ask some players some questions or ask some coaches some questions. So if you know anybody that is a part of Georgia Tech, CU, or the Big 12 in general to help us out with that, please let us know. We'd love to be a part of that.
Yeah, I really just want to see Jay Bird run with Ralphie.
I'd do it. I'd
That'd be
ride him
fun.
like a
That'd be-
fucking bull
That'd be fun.
That would
if they
be,
let me.
I don't think they'll let you, but it would be fun.
if we get to 10,000 followers, Jay Bird will ride a bull. I have a bull connection.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
That's no bull.
J.B. Mooney.
He's a $7
$7
million
million
bull
bull
rider.
So we have our picks for Georgia Tech. We're all riding that Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket train. So now let's get into one of the marquee matchups with LSU and Clemson. Game being played at Memorial Stadium in Clemson, South Carolina.
Ooh.
Clemson, a 3.5-point favorite. LSU is the dog at plus 142, and the over-under is at 57.5. If you've been listening to us, you know how we all feel about Clemson.
Yeah,
But this is a pretty big game to start the year.
it is.
Huge game to start
And-
the year.
And
There's something about this line that I don't love that I'll get into after you guys make your picks.
I'm assuming you're going Clemson.
Oh, yeah, I'm going Clemson. I'm going Clemson.
Dunham.
Give me Clemson money line and LSU plus 3.5.
That's where I was going to go to.
Mm.
I don't love the 3.5 line for Clemson. I like 2.5, but I don't love 3.5.
Put it in a teaser.
Um,
I also like the under.
I also really like Nussmeier, but I don't think that LSU's defense has what it needs to stop Klubnik in that Dabo Sweeney offense there. So I think I'm going to go Clemson too.
And we'll be hearing those Brian Kelly Boo Birds all the way from Baton Rouge out here in Colorado. Because if they lose this game, they're going to be coming for them already.
Oh,
I do love it's the
100%.
battle of the Death Valleys.
Yeah, it's a good Tiger matchup.
It is.
It's Tiger versus Tiger.
Which
Good color.
Tiger's going to win?
Good color matchup as well. Orange and purple, purple and gold. I like it.
Yeah. But we're all kind of on the Clemson train. Dunham said he likes the under. I actually like the over because I think both offenses are really good.
Yeah.
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 And I think it's going to turn
Be
into a
an air-
shootout, especially
yeah.
in that second half.
An air raid for sure.
Yeah, you're going to see two of the best quarterbacks in college football going toe-to-toe at each other first week of the season.
Slanging it.
And they are going to be throwing the ball all over the place.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to get into Texas, Ohio State, or are we going to wait on that one a little bit?
Let's go right into it.
All right.
Two
The
marquee
big
matchups.
matchup that you've been hearing about and seeing on your Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels or your TikToks for the last 2 months, Texas and Ohio State. My wife isn't even a college football fan, and she even has them popping up on her pages. And so that
Wow.
tells you
It's everywhere.
the attention
everybody's
that
ready
this
for it.
game is going to get in week one. Possibly the best week one matchup we've seen ever.
Yep.
So, Dunham, our expert, what do you got?
I'm going to go Texas plus 2.5 and plus 106.
Wow.
Why are you saying Texas?
I don't trust Ryan Day.
Defending national champion
Ryan
Day.
Day.
Also had Chip Kelly. He no longer has Chip Kelly. He also had a veteran quarterback. He no longer has a veteran quarterback. Texas on defense is elite. Offensively, I'm concerned, but Ohio State doesn't have any elite defense. They don't. Jack Sawyer is gone.
Jack Sawyer was so good.
He was.
He was such a beast on that Ohio State championship defense. At plus 106, the juice is definitely worth the squeeze for me.
Yeah.
I'm taking Texas at plus 106.
See, this is where we get on opposite sides. I'm going Ohio State. One of the big things for me, I know that there is a statistic going out there saying that starting quarterbacks against the number one team are 0-18 in their first games.
Do you think people are just saying that or what?
Oh, ba-doom.
I think we have that one.
Oh,
Hey,
Here we
there
go. You know, I would love to see saying to Smith 50
All
times,
day.
and you know, Jeremiah Smith, top. I think he came out number one in the ESPN top 100
He did.
rankings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's gonna be tough for Texas to stop, I think. So I'm gonna go Ohio State, just minus 128 on the money line, outright winner. Not too good at the spreads yet, so I'm not gonna tease around with those. We learned that last week, so I might be eating sushi for picking Ohio State, but I'm going with them.
And boy, that's a great way to lead off your Saturday, getting Ohio State and Texas at 10 a.m. on Fox. We're probably going to hear some big calls from, is it Gus Johnson?
Yep.
Gus Johnson on the call.
what a grab.
We're excited for that one.
College
Just-
game day too.
Yep, and just take a peek at what what app you're using to bet on. As I look right now, ESPN Bet has Ohio State at -1.5. So obviously these lines are a little fluid. We'll have to give some credit to FanDuel for these lines that you have on your screen in front of you as of Saturday at 2:31 p.m. Lines are always subject to change, and honestly, kind of watch the trends. If Ohio State turns into the underdog, I would put my money on Ohio State just to get plus money because I think this game is going to be that close.
I agree.
But right now, since Texas is the dog at plus 106, that's where I'm going to put my money because if it's a pick'em game for me, in my opinion, I'm always going to go with the team that's going to give me more value.
Yeah.
And right now, Texas has that value. If more people start betting on Texas, though, then you're going to see that line shift, and it would not surprise me by the time that this game kicks off that it's a pick'em. Both teams at -110.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. However, these lines have been available since, like, I don't know, July 1st, I think, with the announcements of starting quarterbacks starting to come out, and they haven't really moved a whole lot.
Yeah, but the thing is, once you get closer to game time, that's when people are going to start really pounding money line bets. And you're going to see this line shift a little bit, I think.
Did
If it's still
Ohio
plus 106.
State have a running back named Bo Jackson? Go back up.
Ohio State
Bo
does
Jackson.
have a running back named Bo Jackson. So,
That's
A
awesome.
freshman, that's kind of sick, dude. Be seeing him in the next few years.
gosh, this wide receiver core at Ohio State
Oh,
is
it's good.
just nasty.
And they get a freshman next year who's a 5-star recruit right now, and he made
Yeah.
an unbelievable catch on Friday night.
From modern day,
Oh
both
my
of them.
gosh,
Yeah, that was insane.
that was unbelievable. I also love that I saw a lot of people on the internet from Aquinas talking shit about Mater Dei going to Florida and how they weren't going to be able to handle the humidity, and then I looked up and Mater Dei was beating them 20-3. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we've gotten through the big marquee matchups. Hopefully you can side with somebody here. Hopefully you heard something that you liked, because now we're going to get into a neutral site matchup between one of Dunham's favorite teams this year
Yep.
at the start,
Yep.
Nebraska, going against Cincinnati. And shout out to my former roommate who was a backup kicker for the Bearcats.
That's sick.
Love
yeah,
that.
might have to get him
Yeah.
on here. He
He
doesn't.
was a great. He's a great guy.
Lucas is a great guy. Very, very shiny head. He's been bald since he was about 13 years old. But he loves his Bearcats, and I know what way he would lean here. But let's go to Bird. How do you feel about this Nebraska-Cincinnati matchup? Nebraska -6.5 and -235 on the money line.
You know, I'm gonna go with Nebraska on this game. Loving the energy from Matt Rule. You know, Dylan Raiola, gonna be a great start to the year for him. I think getting off against Cincinnati. I think they don't have any issues this game. Offensively, hopefully they can hold Cincinnati, especially at the -6.5 from FanDuel. But yeah, let's go Nebraska.
I'll let you have a free pick here if you can spell Cincinnati without looking.
Cincinnati.
That is so far off. You forgot a total Cincinnati.
That's okay.
It's a hard word to spell. I mean, Dunham put together the graphic and he had to put Cincy. It's just hard to spell.
I always put Cincy.
Man, it's an incredibly tough word. Incredibly tough name.
Cincinnati.
Skyline Chili though.
Yeah.
Shout out Skyline Chili.
The Kelsey brothers, thank you.
Yeah, Kelsey Brothers. And honestly, Cincy was one of those programs a few years ago that was giving people a reason to have an expanded playoff. This is a good program.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't been the same since their coach left for Wisconsin a few years ago.
See you, Luke.
And they had one of the
Fickell.
best DBs
Maybe he'll return after this
in
year.
college football.
Yes.
Sauce.
Sauce.
And then they also had
Desmond
Jerome.
Ritter.
They had Jerome Ford running the football.
Yep.
You
Desmond
know,
Ritter was playing quarterback, slinging the pill.
Cincinnati just is not the same. But with this game being at a neutral site, the +6.5 is a little tempting for me. I still think Nebraska is going to win this game outright. I'm just a little torn on that 6.5 line. This is definitely one of those numbers, the 6.5, that if you're one of those teaser guys like Dunham, this is where you tease Nebraska all the way down to the money line.
Absolutely. That's where I was going with this.
You have to do that. 6 is one of those numbers that you just love to see, because when you tease it down to 6 points, now all of a sudden it's
Pick 'em.
a pick 'em. And I like Nebraska winning this game outright. Since he could keep it close, but I just think Nebraska has a little bit too much talent for Cincinnati to keep up with. Dunham, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm Nebraska all the way. I was going to put him in a teaser here. I'm still trying to figure out who's going to be in my teaser. Right now, I might have South Florida in there, NC State, Nebraska.
Yep.
So we'll see.
So 6.5, good number to look at for a teaser. Also 8.5 is a great number to look at for a teaser as well.
Yep.
Depending on what side you're on. You know, even if you're somebody that's like if you tease Cincinnati down all the way to, let's say 12.5, you know, if you don't think that they're going to lose by 10, you might also want to get on that side as well. But we're all kind of riding the big red here, which sucks because I hate Nebraska. But that's for a
Not
whole
as
other
much as
topic of
Iowa.
discussion.
So
Yeah, I fucking hate Iowa. Anyways, our next game, Auburn at Baylor. And this game is being played in Waco, Texas. Baylor is the home team. They are the underdog at plus 110. This is a line that I do think will move a little bit more by game day.
yeah,
Auburn at minus 2.5 is the favorite. Over under 57.5. Dunham, where are you going here?
I hate Hugh Freeze.
And the SEC.
and yeah,
Okay, we need
Yeah,
to
we
set one thing
know.
straight. I don't hate the SEC.
Yes, you
I'm a
do.
realist.
You-
I'm a
you-
realist.
you
I
hate
don't
the
hate
That
the
doesn't-
SEC. I have 2 Tennessee jerseys sitting in my closet. I don't hate
that
the
means
SEC.
fucking nothing.
It means absolutely
Whatever.
nothing. You hate the SEC.
I don't hate the SEC. I hate how much pub they get for how mediocre they are sometimes.
Which
It's
means
okay.
you
So-
hate the SEC.
So say something nice about the SEC.
You can't.
He can't. He won't do it.
I love
I'm
Dix-
all about
I-
Vanderbilt.
I
man,
love
the SEC.
Dixieland Delight. How about that? I love
We
Rocky
do.
Top.
What a
We do,
banger.
we
I
do.
actually really like Knoxville, Tennessee a lot. I wish I almost went there.
So he likes one team in the SEC out of, what, 16?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Anyhow, that's real fandom. I really hate sticking with Dave Aranda here because he was on the hot seat literally a year ago. However, I hate Hugh Freeze. Give me Baylor plus 2.5, plus 110. I'll see you at the window. Thank you.
I'm also going to go Baylor here. I had them in my preseason polls, top 25 at 25. And, you know, I really like Baylor's offense. So I'm going to go with Baylor here. Again, I'm not even going to start talking lines. Just give me Baylor plus 110.
Yeah, Baylor plus 110 is a pretty solid pick. Gosh, I just
Peek out that window.
there's a big part of me
I know, peek out the window. How big is it?
that really wants to take Auburn here. We got a little bit of a hailstorm going on, so if you hear any hail in the background,
We're good.
we should be all right. It's Colorado. We have grown to love the hail here.
As long as it's not golf ball size, we'll be okay.
And last week I tried to be contrarian, and it cost me an egg salad stomach ache that these guys are having to deal with for the rest of the show. So
Smells like sulfur.
it feels like hot lava. Baylor plus 110 will be my pick. I like Baylor at home taking down Auburn, and I would get this line as soon as you can because I think this is one that's going to change as well.
Yeah. Last game of week 1 that we're going to talk about, Notre Dame at Miami. Notre Dame is favored minus 2.5 at 130, and the over-under is 50.5. What do we think? Let's go with Rev first. Rev first on this one.
This is an interesting game for me. I like both of these teams. Obviously, there's college football playoff implications on the line already with Notre Dame and Miami. If you lose this game, you're putting yourself one game behind the pace from everybody else. I think Notre Dame is going to be victorious in this game. I think Notre Dame has a better running game than Miami. And I
Yeah.
think that this is what it's going to come down to is controlling the football. If you look at the over-under here, it's a pretty low over-under. So they're thinking that this game is going to be like 24-26 about. for Notre Dame Miami, 27-24 football game, somewhere around there. And I don't even know if it gets that high. I like the under. I think Notre
Time
Dame.
to go.
I think
I
Notre
was gonna
Dame
say.
controls the tempo and they win the game. Take them -2.5 and -130. We'll meet you at the pay window.
I'm going Notre Dame. Dunham.
I hate Mario Cristobal. Give me Notre Dame -2.5, -130.
A lot of hate coming out of that guy this year.
I'm feeling hatred right now. Pretty hatey.
So, just a quick
'Cause
rundown.
we got school on Monday.
Georgia
Yes.
Tech -3.5 is where we're all leaning. Clemson -3.5. We are all kind of leaning Clemson on that game, but LSU was on Dunham's cover radar. And then we have Texas and Ohio State. Dunham and Rev are all over Texas, while Jay Bird is the lone wolf on Ohio State.
There we go. It's either going to be me or you two.
And
this
then we
week.
have Nebraska versus Cincinnati. We're taking Nebraska -6.5. We all feel pretty good about that line, and that's one that you might want to throw in a teaser, depending on how you feel about Nebraska. We're all aboard the Baylor train, and we are also all a part of Notre Dame because Dunham hates Miami and is probably too afraid to eat sushi from King Soopers. So we'll be rooting for Texas mostly this weekend, so that way Jay Bird has to eat something bad.
Let's get after it. And don't forget, go Cougs!
And follow us on Instagram. If you have questions about lines, spreads, or a game that you want us to touch base on, we'll be more than happy to communicate that with you. And that's it for this midweek pod.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys on the flip side and hopefully with a little more money in our pocket. Take it easy, guys.
See ya.